Good evening. Welcome to the laundry room at Hermit Bob's Dragonfly Garden Bistro. So people say, this imaginary restaurant of yours, you think you're going to open a real restaurant again? Not in my lifetime. And I'm 73. But if I did, it would be no waiters, waitresses, busboys, hostess, bartenders, no employees in the front. Because I worked in the kitchen all my life. And I just saw what kind of havoc that group works. But I'll tell you, there is a need for them if you manage the whole situation correctly and you take care of the customers. Only restaurants I've been to in, say, the last 10 years where the place is managed well, the food is excellent, uh, and the service is incredible are Mexican restaurants. And not all Mexican restaurants. I found a couple of ones that I know I don't need to go check out anymore. But on my birthday, I went to my favorite one, and they did a heck of a job. I'm still salivating. I had a tamale and a chili relleno, and then fajitas. It was excellent. Ah, but all the other restaurants, all these so-called steakhouses that are the best steakhouses in a restaurant. We went to one, which is the only reason I went back twice. I went back. I went back once. We ate one. We ate once, thinking that it was good and it'd be great. Appetizers came out, bread came out, everything was fine. And then it was a long time before we got dinner. Dinner came out and it was just crap. The steak was been sitting under the heat lamps too long. So I saw another YouTube video on best steakhouses in America, and I went and tried it again, and at a different location because they have them all over the place. And started off the same way. Appetizers are great. Came out and never saw the waiter again. When the meat did come out, the steaks came out. They were shriveled up like they'd been under the heat lamp, and we waited a long time. And it's so poorly. Both times it was so poorly organized in their dining rooms. It looked like mayhem. But they got all this stuff going on YouTube. So, but what I found out about YouTube restaurant reviews is you can't believe any of them. Now, I don't see too many Mexican restaurant reviews because I guess they just don't have enough algorithms for them to give me those. I need to purposely look for them, I guess. But I'm telling you, Mexicans, no. And I don't think they're all Mexicans. I think it's the Hispanic community. They're just hardworking suckers. But I know Mexicans because I grew up in San Diego, and Mexicans are some of the hardest working people I ever met or worked with. So they certainly do a good job cooking and serving food in a restaurant. And they do everything right. I'm salivating again. Got to quit thinking about food. It's around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock right now, p.m., and I don't get to eat again until tomorrow. Darn shame. Anyway, what was the other thing? Last night I watched a great movie from 2025 on Prime. It was called, I wrote it down here, NOVOCAINE. And it's about a guy that can't feel any pain. He has some kind of condition. I even looked it up online, and it's a real thing where he can't feel pain. And he gets involved. He works in a bank, and he gets robbed and beat up. And I mean, it was so good. It was funny and good. And he looked really familiar. And so did the guy robbing the bank. And he was the son of Dennis Quaid. His name was Jack Quaid. And the other guy was the son of Jack Nicholson. His name was Ray Nicholson. So Jack Quaid and Ray Nicholson and some other great actors. And it was a very fun. It was a dynamite movie. It just kept going, and it was so good. Kind of bloody and violent. If you can't take that, stay over at Beauty and the Beast or whatever it is you normally watch. Anyway, that was very good. And let's go back to the first question. So the restaurant I would open would have all robots in those positions because the robots wouldn't need tips. Now, I'm not saying people get tips are bad or tips are bad. It's a custom. It's built into the society. You can't stop the tipping. It's not their fault. And they're trying to do it, and they're just poorly managed. But if you remove the tips, you remove so many issues that come up. People not helping somebody else out because they're not his tips or her tips. Actually, I think the males were more catty about it than the females. Can you say catty? Can you say females? I don't know. More importantly, I don't care. Hats off to all you, whatever you want to call yourselves. But it'll be probably, I don't know, the way stuff's improving. It'll probably be sooner than later, but you won't have any humans. But then there's going to be people that are afraid to go in there because there's no humans watching, make sure the robots are going to. So you got to put it in some place that's like a mall, but not the malls that are dying, but like someplace that's in the middle of like an amusement park or something, or some famous place. Having worked on that. Now the kitchen will be run by people that like to cook, and the head cook, which I know a lot of people like to call the chef, he's the head cook, the kitchen manager. He will be an understanding and good manager taking care of his employees and not sitting there screaming obscenities at them like the one that's on TV. I've never been able to watch the show of that guy because it's people that work in kitchens like to work in kitchens for the most part. They're not in there by anything else, and they love to cook as choice. But when you get in the kitchen and you have to work for somebody like him, it's just murder. It's just the worst time of your life. And you go find, luckily, you can find a job in other kitchens where there's really good people working there. And the only thing that gets in your way is some of the dipwads on the front end, like the managers that are not understanding, come back and give you crap. And when they do that in my kitchen, I usually just threw something at them to ruin their shirt. And then what are they going to do? Fire me? They could. I wouldn't care. I'm not going to put up with somebody coming back yelling at my cooks. I was a good head cook, kitchen manager. I hated it when they called me chef. They'd say, Chef Bob. I go, my name is Bob. Don't call me chef unless you want to piss me off. Those days are gone. I'm a recovering chef now. And loving it. Okay, that's it. Talk to you next time. Smoke them if you got them. And we're talking shrimp this time.